Alex. Thank you, Ed. In the beginning, let's start. We're going to sing a couple songs, but first let's start with Молитва. Dear God, I thank you for giving us this opportunity to be here. Thank you for giving us the желание to come to youth, to hear your word, to be with the youth in fellowship. Please bless this evening. Please bless everybody that's going to be talking. Let everything we do be in your name. Let your name be praised through all of this. Amen.
You are not a God created by human hands. You are not a God dependent on any mortal man. You are not a God in need of anything we can give by your plan. That's just the way it is. You are not a God created by human hands. You are not a God dependent on any mortal man. You are not a God in need of anything we can give by your plan. That's just the way it is. You are God alone from before time began. You are on your throne. You are God alone. And right now, in the good times and bad, you are on your throne. You are God alone. You're the only God whose name none can contend. You're the only God whose name and praise will never end. You're the only God who's worthy of everything we can give. You are God, and that's just the way it is. You are God alone from before time began. You were on your throne. You are God alone. And right now, in the good times and bad, you are on your throne. You are God alone. Unchangeable, unshakable, unstoppable, that's what you are. Unchangeable, unshakable, unstoppable, that's what you are. You are God alone from before time began. You were on your throne. You are God alone. And right now, in the good times and bad, you are on your throne. You are God alone. Мой Господь, в этот час я склоняюсь в мольбе, и все нужды мои приношу я Тебе. В жизни бури тревог Ты укроешь меня. Пусть ведь знаешь, мой Бог, Он не скрыт от Тебя. Ты, Господь, моя любовь моя, щит мой и скала, ведь Ты моя защита и опора. Ты, Господь, моя любовь моя, в Тебе укроюсь я, ведь Ты моя защита и опора. Не страшна мне с Тобой даже смертная тень, обрету я покой в небе в солнечный день. Знаю, слезы мои Ты с любовью отрешь, все ошибки в пути Ты простишь и поймешь. Ты, Господь, моя любовь моя, щит мой и скала, ведь Ты моя защита и опора. Ты, Господь, моя любовь моя, в Тебе укроюсь я, ведь Ты моя защита и опора.
Сегодня я просто буду говорить вступительное слово для того, чтобы ввести нас в сегодняшнюю тему, которая брат Евгений сегодня будет нам открывать. Я сегодня на собрании объявлял уже эту тему. Следующие наши два общения будут основаны на Нагорной проповеди Иисуса Христа. Кто помнит, что это за проповедь была? Что это была за проповедь, которую мы называем Нагорной? Почему? Про блаженных и неблаженных. А еще что вы помните из Нагорной проповеди? Много чего. Ну, хотя бы что-то дайте. Вы соль. Очень хорошо. Сегодня об этом, кстати, будем разговаривать. Христос, удивительно, Евангелие от Матфея, это то место, которое сегодня лежит в основе у нас, в 5 главе. 5 глава, здесь именно говорится о соли, и следующее общение мы будем говорить о свете. Удивительно, начинается, говорит, Иисус Христос увидел народ. Удивительно, эта проповедь была на высоте 9000 метров над уровнем моря. И, может быть, поэтому ее назвали Нагорной, потому что она была произнесена в горах. Он поднялся еще выше, а внизу расстилалась долина небольшая, но это было высокогорье. И вы знаете, высокогорье имеет качество такое, акустика хорошая, микрофонов не надо было. Он взошел на гору, к нему подошли его ученики, и он вдруг начал говорить и учить. И сегодня многие богословы называют это одной из главных, ярчайших истин, ярчайших проповедей, которые попали на страницы Библии, именно того, что говорил Иисус Христос. Очень сильные мысли. И это одна из проповедей, которая полным конспектом попало на страницы Библии, именно все то, что было сказано. Потому что обычно евангелисты, помните, да, они всего несколько слов. Он сказал тому что-то, здесь что-то, чуть-чуть совсем описаны события, исцеления, что-то. А вот здесь именно преподано учение. Учение, которое проповедовал Иисус Христос. Из этого учения мы сегодня берем просто это четверостишье. Очень маленький отрывок, немножко всего. Вы соль земли. Кто помнит, что дальше сказано? А если соль потеряет силу, то чем ты сделаешь ее соленой, она уже ни на что не годна, как только выбросить ее вон, на попрание людям, которые просто будут ходить по ней. Сегодня мы будем слышать об этом слово. Но перед тем, как мы будем слышать слово об этом, я сегодня хочу немножко призвать вас к тому, что у нас не просто сегодня проповедь, а у нас сегодня общение. А в общении мы общаемся с друг другом, мы делимся своими мнениями. Я хочу сегодня просто проверить ваш knowledge, ваше знание проверить. Скажите, когда вы слышите слово «соль», что подразумевается в вашем разуме, когда вы это слышите? Давайте начнем с этого, потому что когда Христос сказал народу, говорит, когда Он брал любую вещь, она имела смысловое значение. Перед тем, как мы будем слышать слово, я хочу все-таки услышать от вас, что вы подразумеваете, когда вы слышите слово «соль». Вот что приходит сразу же в ваше сердце, на ваш разум. Давайте, чтобы мы участвовали все, чтобы не просто я один говорил. Итак, давайте задние ряды, пожалуйста. Начнем с вас. Что вы подразумеваете, когда вы слышите соль? Просто не надо мне больших духовных истин, физические вещи. Что мы знаем о соли? Ее качество, что мы подразумеваем, о чем сразу же направлены наши мысли, чтобы мы могли как-то вместе собрать общую картину. Не просто я буду говорить, мы будем говорить об этом сегодня все. Братья, что вы можете сказать о соли? Ну давайте, что вы это... Правильно. Не сыпь мне соль на рану, да, одна из песен шансона русского. Добрынин ее пел, а вот что вот это? О чем оно говорит? Когда мы что-то кушаем, да, то часто мы хотим подсолить. О чем это говорит? Ну давайте... Плохо заготовили. Знаете, говорят, если пересолил кто-то, значит влюбился. Я просто в начале, перед тем, как мы начнем слушать духовные истины, послушайте, о чем я хочу. Иисус Христос использовал эту терминологию. Мы сталкиваемся, мы живем с этими вещами, которыми мы пользуемся. И Христос, беря вот эти вещи, вытаскивая из нашей практической жизни, ставил их в центр. И потом, из того, что мы знаем, из того, что мы слышим, с чем мы живем, Он открывал вот эти духовные истины, большие духовные истины. Так вот, когда мы слышим о соли, оно говорит нам о многих вещах. Сегодня мы вспомним просто из нашего быта. Первое – это подсолить, да? О чем? Оно дает нам вкус. Часто мы, когда кушаем, да, что-то, мы говорим, а нету у вас соли. А для чего? Для того, чтобы флейвор был, для того, чтобы было вкусно. И сегодня хозяйки, многие солят, многие вещи. И мы представить иногда нашу жизнь не можем без того, чтобы не было соли. Потому что оно дает вкусовой рефлекс, вот это качество, она дает вкус. Но это одно. Одно из многих-многих вещей. А о соли что мы можем сегодня сказать? Еще что мы знаем о соли? Оно помогает нам, как это по-русски, Вова, скажи мне, законсервировать продукты. А хозяйки, те, которые делают закатки, закрутки, они знают, что такое. Если ты не положишь туда соли, то пройдет один буквально день, и ты потом придешь, а все крышки повздувало, попохлопало, пополопались, и говорят, эх, мало положил соли. Я наблюдал, как моя жена делает это, и пару раз был свидетелем, когда это все похлопалось у нее, недостаточную пропорцию соли поклали. Оказывается, соль, она имеет необычное свойство, необычное качество предохранять, убивая микробы, для того, чтобы продукт сохранился на многие годы иногда. Вы знаете, не просто консервируя в банке, соль имеет качество. Соль имеет, интересно, если же соль потеряет что? Силу. Удивительное слово. Соль может предохранять вещи от разложения. Знали об этом? Мясо, любой другой продукт. Когда ты ложишь соль, оно предохраняет от того, чтобы оно испортилось. Какими качествами еще обладает соль? Да.
Умный дядя в Портленде этого не знает, но если когда пошел
Интересно, интересно, умный. Кстати, в Портленде не знают, не сыпят, а вот та сторона Америки у нас, они засыпают солью. Кстати, машины быстро-быстро портятся от этого и сгнивают буквально в течение 5 лет. На рудниках, где добывают соль, любые комбайны, любые машины самого прочного металла, они работают до 5 лет. Вот приходит новая машина, 5 лет отработала, она просто рассыпается. От чего? Не только экономику. Из-за чего происходит коррозия металла и разъедает? Потому что у соли есть сила. У соли есть сила. А вы никогда не задумывались над вот этим удивительным словом, если соль потеряет силу? В каком случае соль теряет силу? Вы когда-нибудь слышали, что есть соль, которая не соленая? Просто кристалл. А почему? Удивительно, но если мы пойдем в историю, Христос, когда говорил евреям, Он говорил, знал, о чем Он говорит. Вы знаете, что у них один из самых больших запасов соли вообще на планете? Да? Соленое море. И вы знаете, заходишь туда, руку опустил, помочил, вытаскиваешь, она высохла, и она вся белая, как будто ты в муку засунул. Почему? Соль засохла. Если ты ее лизнешь, она же горькая. Очень сильный концентрат. Очень сильный. Это не та соль, которая у нас поваренная, уже обработанная, мы присыпаем огурчики или помидорчики, да? А соль, имеющая огромную-огромную силу. И удивительно, евреи научились ее использовать не просто для макарон или для салатов. Вы знаете, соль еще имеет огромную силу не просто солить, предохранять, а соль еще умеет силу удерживать тепло. Никогда не слышали? Вы знаете, есть удивительные печки, которые имеют двойные стенки. И когда мастер строит эту печь и засыпает вовнутрь соль, это получается типа термоса, который мы имеем с прокладкой вот фома синтетического, да, который держит холод и тепло, а соль, она держит температуру, нагревается камень, и потом он держится долгое-долгое время. И в древности это знали. В древности это знали и использовали эту соль, засыпая ее в печи. И она держала огромную температуру, которую давал огонь. Но вы знаете, вот именно при этом действии проходили годы, и разбирали печь, и убирали эту соль, и вот она теряла свое свойство. Оно теряло свойство держать температуру, она теряла свойство быть соленой, она теряла все свои качества. И тогда эту соль просто брали и высыпали на землю, и люди по ней ходили, просто как по земле. Потому что она потеряла все свои качества. И Христос, зная это, говорит, послушайте, если соль уже потеряла силу, то больше ее соленой не сделает ничто. Дано определенное время, чтобы она могла произвести работу. Послушайте внимательно. Каждому из нас дано время, когда мы можем использовать те качества, которые мы имеем. Мы сегодня об этих качествах будем говорить. Почему Иисус Христос сравнил нас с солью, Он наделил нас этими качествами. И Он хочет видеть в каждом из нас вот эти удивительные качества соли. Вокруг нас находится этот мир. И Он, обращаясь к людям, сказал: вы, к ученикам, будете являться солью. Вы будете давать и показывать вот этот вкус к жизни. Вы будете делать так, чтобы удерживать вот это тепло. Вы будете так, чтобы дезинфицировать вот то разложение, которое происходит. О соли можно говорить много, и мы сегодня еще будем об этом говорить. Но послушайте, я хочу, чтобы вы настроились на это. Я не говорю о ком-то. Знаете, что Библия говорит? Вы. Конкретно вы. Вася, Женя, любой из вас. Слово сегодня говорится к вам. Вы и есть соль земли. Я хочу, чтобы мы подумали сегодня об этих качествах. Чтобы мы, когда слышали сегодня слово, которое Женя будет говорить, мы понимали, это не говорится к моему соседу или не говорится кому-то. Мне говорится. В моей жизни эти качества. Насколько они проявляются. Или, может быть, у меня нету этой силы. А если этой силы нету, то и толку нету. От моего христианства, от моего отношения я ни к чему не годен, хотя я соль. Оказывается, есть те, которые называются солью, а качества не имеют. И тогда просто это мусор под ногами. Христос не хотел, чтобы каждый из нас предоставлял тех, кого просто выбрасывают, как Он сказал, на попрание. А Он хотел, чтобы вы имели цену. А цена ваша в силе. В силе, о которой сегодня мы будем слушать. Так что я предлагаю вас настроиться на то, чтобы заглянуть сегодня в свое сердце и послушать, что Господь хочет мне сказать. Аминь. Сейчас у нас будет некоторое объявление. Василий, пожалуйста, тебя приглашаю. И потом мы после этих объявлений уже еще раз споем. И тогда будем слушать слово.
Спасибо. Если вы немножко подальше прочитаете, a little bit later in the next verse it talks about being the light of the world, and that's going to be our next theme for next Sunday. I want to challenge you guys, ask you to maybe do a little bit of research about light. What does it mean to be the light? So it won't just be me kind of teaching you guys, so we'll have like a small discussion and not just a monologue. As we have heard before, for a little bit now, the Bible truck is going to be coming in our area this month, is going to be in Blagodat, and I believe in Revival. There's still an opportunity for us to join, to support them, to be guides. If anybody has желание to go to learn a little bit more about the Bible, the history of the Bible, to be a witness to everybody, because this isn't just among the churches. This is going to be nationwide, citywide. They're going to be talking about it on 104.1 The Fish, on news. There's going to be, I think they're going to go to the Molly show, and there's going to be news, everybody, if you guys want to be on TV, but not for that reason, but to preach, to talk about the Bible, the history. This will be an amazing opportunity. If you guys would like to talk to me, talk to Desi Andre, we'll be able to let you guys know when there's going to be classes to learn, because they aren't just going to throw you guys in there. They're going to teach you guys everything that you need to know. Right now, I'm going to give Mark a little bit of time to talk about something new and exciting that we're going to be doing, in the future, or right now? Near future.
Yeah, so I already posted on Facebook, but if you're not in the Facebook group, so we just had an idea to do a really huge joint choir with our church, mainly our church, Blagodat and Portland Youth, and whoever else wants to join. And it's going to be for Christmas. The 3 dates I believe that we're working on is 17th у нас вечером, and then 24th Christmas Eve вечером Blagodat, and then we're still working on it, but maybe not yet, 25th in Portland.
And we might, yeah, on Christmas. And we might do something with the Bible truck when it's in Portland in December, because right now it's in our area, but in Portland, yeah, I believe in December. And each around 5 to 6 choir songs and 5 to 6 with Chastia, maybe a little bit more. And whoever wants, we need like 2 to 3 with Chastia from our church. You don't have to sing in choir to join. Anybody can join. It'd be awesome if more people would join. A lot of you would come up to me and say, "Hey, we should do a youth choir," or "Hey, we should. I'll join choir when there's a youth choir." And so I'm like, "No, you won't." Well, whatever. If you really think that way, this is the chance to maybe see how it'll turn out, you know. So we thought the best day was Monday because there's literally no other day except Saturday. But I don't think you guys want to come on Saturdays. So Monday, 7 o'clock, just come here, and we'll make the most out of it. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. It might not be every Monday, but because it's like we show like 6 or 7 weeks out, so maybe not every Monday, but I'll just keep you guys posted. So don't miss practice. Yeah, and on time. Yeah, please be on time. That's it. Thanks.
We're recording voices right now. We've been doing it this past week. We're going to be doing it this week. And I'm going to talk to Svetlana maybe this Sunday, next Sunday. We're going to be doing practice again. I'll post on Facebook and let everybody know who needs to come to Sasha's house to record voices. Так что keep looking for Facebook. Keep looking on Facebook to know when it's going to be your turn. Another thing, yeah, it's not really early. It's almost late to talk about New Year's. There's been a lot of ideas about New Year's. A lot of people want to just not do it with the youth and just do it with families. There's been a suggestion that's already kind of in progress about having our youth go up to Bellingham to do youth. It's not that far. If it is a possibility, if you guys would like to do it, it's already in the process. It's already planning. They have a really good slужение, a really good program. We've been there last year. It was very, very good. If you guys would like to do that, if you guys aren't going to do it with families, does anybody have any other ideas about New Year's? How many people want to just do New Year's with family? How many people would be interested in going to Bellingham to be with their youth and to maybe stay for their service? Oh yeah, just yeah, we have a little bit of time to talk about it. But if we are going to go there, we should also plan on doing a little bit of a участие, maybe a stich, a song, maybe not at the church, but maybe at New Year's, because they have a small program. There's a lot of singing, a lot of worship, good food, общение. So 4.5, not 6 hours. Not 4. It depends on who's driving. It depends on who's driving. Mm. Mhm. Yeah. We're already talking with one of the leaders. We're going to get a definite of when, what time. They're able to give us housing and everything. So it's all up to us to see if we want to do it. It'll be a good opportunity to be with another youth, to maybe start building relationships, good friendships. We'll let you guys know closer to New Year's. I believe that's it for announcements. Does anybody have any? We started doing this. Does anybody have any свидетельства? Anything that maybe you've seen God's hand in something that really spoke to you this week or a little bit ago? Does anybody have anything like that?
Well, it's not nothing big. Я просто сейчас так подумал. No, so pretty much, like, my parents have been looking for a car. And я нашел машину одну, and it was in California. I was already gonna buy it, уже все, мы поговорили, все, it was a good deal, everything. And then my mom was like, я не знаю, надо, не надо. I'm like, Mom, it's a good deal, все, надо ехать, все, уже билеты смотрел. And then she's like, we're gonna pray with Dad and кинем жребий. I'm like, I don't believe in all of that, знаешь. And the thing is, it was a very specific color that she wanted. It was like special red. And it was really hard to find. Мы смотрели, like, for a good deal, exactly that color was really hard to find. Даже we even посмотрели на auction, Едик посмотрел, there was only one in all of America. And я уже думал, что в Калифорнию надо лететь. Because I'm like, Mom, you're not going to get a good deal for this color, this, все хорошо. But они кинули жребий, помолились с папой, кинули жребий, и мама was like, мы кинули жребий, and выпало, что нет, мы не едем. I'm like, well, Mom, знаешь, я тебе честно так скажу, ты, наверное, ты уже машину такую не купишь. I'm like, you can buy the same thing у дилера. I'm like, because I was like, все, вы потеряли, вы такой не купите, the same color, все, everything. And then literally, like, I checked, like, 2 days later, and we found a car, pretty much same exact thing for a couple grand less. Like, same color, everything. I'm like, Mom, I found a car for you, знаешь. And we bought that car. И просто, it's такое, I don't know if it's something worth sharing, просто я, честно, не верил. Я вообще не верил, что родители помолились, и что это от Бога, и им Бог сказал. I'm like, Mom, look, buying a car, это ты должен посмотреть good deal, все вот это. You don't involve God in this, знаешь. Ты, наверное, потерял машину by asking God. И я так ей маме сказал, а потом I'm like, Mom, maybe... Ну, точно, да, точно, ты была права, I was wrong, знаешь. So, even little decisions consult God, и Бог вам откроет. Например, это было как бы открытие для меня, я в это не верил, даже маме сказала, мама, ты неправильно поступила, что ты помолилась, but she was right. Такое маленькое свидетельство.
Amen. Helen? No, it's okay. You don't have to. If you want to.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I had my exam, and I was like, oh man, it was like the night, it was a Thursday, so I know that I had choir practice, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go, God, I place it all in your hands, I know that you're gonna help me read the chapter the next day, go take the quiz, it's gonna be all good. So I just set it into his hands, and what you know, I got like 96 on that exam. And then, so like 2 weeks gone past, so I had another exam on Friday, but I didn't go to choir because the teacher said it was gonna be much harder, and I was like, really, I'm not, я опять ничего не успеваю, I don't know what to do, and it's so hard, and it's so much harder, he said it's gonna be harder, so I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna feel guilty, but I'm gonna skip choir just to read this chapter and then go take the quiz. I read the chapter, it took like 5 hours longer than it usually does, but утром пошла, kind of like, I didn't go through my study guide, kind of like, and I'm like, God, just help me at least get like 50% on this, because I read the chapters, but I didn't do the study guide. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I studied, I was supposed to study, but I couldn't like focus on anything. So I'm just like, I went there and I was like really like, I'm gonna fail this test. So I go there and we're like freaking out. And he's like, oh, guys, it's a group exam. And so we passed it, thank God. But I felt so guilty after that because sometimes we get so like stuck up with our problems, with what we think is gonna be better, and we like stop trusting God and His plan. And I was like, even if I could have just went to choir, done the same thing, just put it all into God's hands and passed that exam. But I felt really guilty. I still do for missing choir just because of that.
Amen. You have something to say?
It also has something to do with choir practice, but Thursday I had to go to an emergency at like 5:30 p.m. And if you guys been to the emergency, like I've been there a lot of times, and usually it takes like 5 hours, you know, ты там ждешь, сидишь, and пока меня примут, пока меня тебе diagnosis. Like I'm like, man, я сейчас буду здесь till like 11 p.m., you know, so I'm like, I told Dad, Artashas, like I'm not gonna make it to choir. We come there, они сразу нас приняли, like right away, and we were out within the hour. It's like in our peace health, I mean, that's like, they told us this never happens. I'm like, yeah, I know. So that was pretty cool. I felt like that was something from God because I made it to choir and it worked out. So.
Amen. I know that God has seen your желание to make it to choir, and if you're seeking putting God as your priority, He will move things in your life. He will make things happen so that you will make it to choir. You will make it to church. And I'm sure that Mark and God do forgive you for skipping choir. It's okay. It happens. But this is just a big свидетельство that we have to try to seek God first, even when life is hard, even when we think that God, I don't need God here. I'm just going to do this right now. It's fine. I don't need God to find this deal for me. But who knows? Like that happened. Like same thing with me and Oля. Like we were looking for a car for her because the Prius is getting close to 200,000, and we're not sure how long it's gonna last. And we're just like, we need it. We need a new car, and we found one on auction, and we're just like, okay, in our budget, we can't go more than 5,000 to bid on it, and we're just like, and a couple of days before, it was already up like $2,000, and we're just like, you know what? Let's just pray to God. If it happens, it happens. If it's His will for us to get it, we'll get it. And the day of the auction, we find out that we won, and we won it for 5,000. Crazy how we just gave it all to God and He answered. Does anybody else have anything? I think we're going to sing one more song right now, and then we're going to give the microphone to Zhenya for the main word. Let's do it standing. Для ободрения.
Господь, любви Твоих свет сияет, горит огнем среди тьмы и мрака. Иисус, свет миру сияет над нами, истинным словом Он освобождает. Сияй надо мной, сияй надо мной, сияй. Иисус, сияй, славою Отца, наполни землю, пылай, Дух, пылай, зажигай огнем сердца. Струись, реках, струись, наполняй народы благодатью, пошли Слово Господь, и да будет свет. В Твое присутствие прихожу я, мир теней светом заменю я, омытый кровью Твоей засияю. Ты исцеляй меня, тьму удаляя, сияй надо мной, сияй надо мной, сияй, Иисус, сияй, славою Отца, наполни землю, пылай, Дух, пылай, зажигай огнем сердца, струись, река, струись, наполняй народы благодатью, пошли слова Господь, и да будет свет. Твое сияние, Господь, пребываем, сердцем чистым Тебя отражаем, в Твою день за днем облекаемся славу, одним Тобою сиять мы желаем, сияй надо мной, сияй надо мной, сияй, Иисус, сияй, славою Отца, наполни землю, пылай, Дух, пылай, зажигай огнем сердца, струись, река, струись, наполняй народы благодатью, пошли слова Господь, и да будет свет.
Should I pick the gold one? Which one? Does it matter? Pick the yellow one. Hi. Good to see you guys here. And, just when you guys were just walking out and telling what you saw, how God was working during the week, I thought that was amazing. It really is. Even the small things, small things, but they do matter, And I think a lot of people, they simply looking in my life, I missed so many blessings, not because I didn't get them, because I didn't notice them. You see what I'm saying? Just because life goes on, everything just, you know how that is, running out of time, and we just simply don't have time to just sit and think, okay, what God did for me this week, today, and that's great that you guys doing that, and I hope that you guys will, with practice, you'll see it more and more often in your life. And today, we're going to talk about salt. And Andre, thank you for good introduction. They keep saying the main sermon. I think there was a sermon, and I think there was a sermon just by you guys walking out and sharing what God did in your life this week. I think that's a big sermon. And so if there's nobody there, okay, that's good, I guess. Matthew chapter 5. That's when Jesus sees that big multitude of people and he decides to tell this sermon that now we call sermon. And a lot of people, they're saying that was the greatest sermon, and I really believe this is the greatest sermon to this day. There's so much that goes into that sermon that Jesus was talking that we can take, and not just by knowledge, but we can apply it to our lives. And so let's read Matthew. Who has the Bible, please open up at Matthew chapter 5, and we're only going to read our verse today, and that is verse 13. Chapter 5, verse 13. If we can stand, can we stand? And then we'll read it. You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its favor, how shall it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing, but to be thrown away out and trampled underfoot by man. Let us pray. God, I'm so thankful today for being here, and I pray that you give me wisdom, that you give me your spirit to talk your word, God. And I pray that each of us right now focus our minds on your word. We want to get something out of it, and when we walk out, we want to apply it in our lives. And I pray, God, that you help us do that today. Amen. All right. So from what we heard so far, what you guys said about the salt, what is salt, right? We all said that it preserves, it flavors, it does something, right? And that's a really good point. A lot of people, when reading this verse, simply they're missing out the main point of the verse. And a lot of people will say, oh, we need to be the salt. We need to get out of that salt shaker, and we need to go to the world and then, do whatever we can to do, right? And a lot of times that's what you will hear. And today I want to say that's not what I'm going to talk about. That's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today I'm here to more focus on two things. And those things are, the first one is you are. It's not saying that you should be the salt. It's not saying that, you need to try to be the salt. It's not saying you will be the salt. It's simply saying you are. And that's something we need to accept today. Number one thing is who we are. We are the salt. And you guys all accepted Jesus Christ, right, into your lives. And that's the point when we become, right? When we are born of a spirit, we become who? His children, right? It's kind of, we don't talk about it, but it's kind of like I become brother of Christ. I'm becoming a child of God. This is whom I am. This is going to be my nature now. I'm no longer in that darkness that I used to be. Now, by accepting Jesus Christ, I changed my mind. It's always constantly changing my mind, and that is through reading the Word, the renewing of the mind. And here it's simply saying that you are the salt. And it's really easy to miss. You are the salt, and you keep going. But I want to kind of stop on that. And it's not what we do a lot of times. It's who we are. Something that Jesus wanted us to understand, that we are the salt. We are his followers. We're his disciples. And later on, dальше, but if the salt loses its favor, how shall it be seasoned? There is that time, and Andre was saying, right, the history. I like the history, even though I had F's in high school. But, by learning history of Bible, it gives me a different perspective of it. And I really start to like history. And he's saying that the salt was used, and then at some point it would lose the value of it. So if we go back to our time now, the salt has elements, right? It has character to it. Does anybody know what salt makes up? The physical structure of salt? Don't worry, you guys are not alone. I don't either. but I did look that up. I don't know all the elements, but it does have elements in it. And the truth is, the next step, it's important to understand as well, is that there is certain character that makes up the salt. And if you take that character and you put something better, and you'll be like, oh no, this is better for the salt. Yeah, you might end up with something better, but it's not going to be the salt anymore, because the salt has certain characters in it. And as for Christian people, now looking back, Jesus wanted to show us that we, as Christians, we have certain amount of characters or elements. And if you take that element away, it might not be so good anymore. You know, you lose the power of it. Exactly. And you lose the power, and it's just going to be impossible to be Christian if you take a few elements away. You know, going back to the first thought is being the salt. I can be the best preacher today. I can be the best singer, which I'm not, you know, but I think I am, but I'm not. I can be the best guy who can tell you the future, you know. I can do a lot of amazing things, but yet, if I don't have all the elements, I'm nothing. I'm worth nothing, you know. Corinthians, chapter 13, it's saying that if we don't have love, what's so good about us? It's just like a sound. Boom. Well, I gotta get something more sound. Like, there you go. Boom. The sound is gone. You know, and that's, you know, that's who we are without love. And a lot of times I look back, and even today I was in that situation to where I look back and I was like, okay, so I'm doing this, but I'm losing my elements, my important elements, you know, of love, of just important elements, and we're actually going to go over today of those elements. And a lot of times you look at me, I look at you, right? You look at me and you think, wow, Eugene is such a spiritual guy, you know. But tell the truth, ask my wife. You know, sometimes it's like Beauty and the Beast, and I'm the beast. If I'm hungry, if I'm tired, and right now we're kind of going through hard times, and actually by preparing this sermon, it opened my eyes, and you know, you guys were sharing, you know, what God opened to you, and actually God was opening to me this week that I need to work on myself. I need to work a lot of things, and I read just those 2 chapters, and it's chapter 5, 6, and I think it's going to 7. This whole sermon that Jesus gave in Matthew, and by just reading that, I just realized a lot of things that I do wrong, you know. And today I want to encourage you, first of all, that next time is going to be about delight. Today we're going to be talking about the salt. Next time is going to be about delight. And it's going to help out a lot just for you guys if you come home and just simply read 2 chapters, chapter 5 and chapter 6 and 7, I guess, or 2:7. And so there's certain characters that make up salt. There's certain characters that make Christians. What are those elements? What are those elements? Do you guys know them? I mean, we can go through the whole Bible and we can try to find those elements. But Jesus, when he was saying this sermon, he actually laid them out for us. And all we need to do is just go back to the context and just read them out. And can I have 8 people, volunteers? Any volunteers? 8 people. Brave people. I need 8 people. Please, come out. 8 people. Vova, there you go. Come out. That's only 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a few more people. Come on. It's not going to be hard. It might be, but it's not. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, guys. Dennis? Christ. We just simply need one more. Okay, Andre. Andre is going to be our... Come on out. We need you. Yeah, we need you right now. We need you on our team. Come on, stand up. All right. So I'm going to give you out papers. And
Мне на русском давай сразу.
Ты можешь на русском писать. Those papers, they have the characters that Jesus was saying, and it's actually the first 10 verses of that chapter 5. So you guys here, just share. Это стихи.
Да, возьму. Мне проще.
Okay. So there's the characters that Jesus states us. Blessed are poor in spirit. Blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. Blessed are merciful. Blessed are the pure in heart. Blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are those who persecuted because of righteousness. So those eight characters that Christian people need to have, and what you guys need to be doing right now is you guys gonna go back. You can use internet, you can use your phones, you can use Bible, whatever you guys want, and you will be assigned. So let's just go. You'll be the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh, and you're the last. Okay? So you guys can go back. You guys can choose any people from all of those people. You know, make up a team and just do your best on researching one of them. And then after 10,
Two people.
two, three. Oh, they can, yeah, as long as,
По 2 человека.
yeah, at least 2 people,
Yeah.
just as long as it's equal to a point. And you guys have 10 minutes, and then you guys will represent each character. Okay?
Okay, хорошо.
Go. Come on, guys, get up, find them. You guys can go spread through this whole room. That way, it's not in one spot. So you got one person here, one person here. Come on, guys. We need more. Come on, come over here. Come over here. Давайте сюда. Okay, so you 3 will help her. Любова, take 2 people at least. And then she will. You can have more than 2 people, it's fine. Okay, which number were you? Okay, so 3. So you're going to look it up. You're going to try to find out what that means. What it is, what that means, what's the benefit, and most importantly, how does I do this in life? How is it possible, you know? Who has the righteous? Who thirsts for righteous? Does anybody have that?
No, I have the cone.
Who has thirst for righteous? Do you get, which? Mercy. Ooh, that's a good one. Which one? So just as much research as you can do on that verse. Okay, for example. You will explain mercy, right? Maybe think of an example. Yeah.
Can she do it?
You can pick somebody. Yeah, she got it. And then explain what's mercy. You know, just go into detail as much as you can. Which ones do you guys have? Persecuted.
Wait, so we have to explain because
Explain that verse how as much as you can. Okay, how it applies to life. Explain the verse how it applies to life. Put it to life, you know, like make it work. Because a lot of times we read, oh yeah, be merciful, and you just walk off, you know. Or like, for instance, yours would be being persecuted, like right now in this country. Christians are targeted for one. They're saying freedom of religion, but you're out, they're saying all Christians. That's just exactly what's going on, you know. And so a lot of times you might get persecuted at work, Alex, you're researching? Okay. Do the research. You can just research and read off online. Do the research online. But engage, please. Don't forget about Alex, guys.
Okay.
Which ones do you guys have? Oh, you guys are with the same thing. No?
So we're kind of doing the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So we're not going to present.
No, you still presenting. Oh, at least adding on the big ones. That was the
Yeah, we'll be the others.
better on every point.
Can't discuss all of them at once.
Which ones do you guys have? What, you forgot what you...
I haven't noticed that you didn't add
Oh, okay, so you were second to last.
elaborate on what
You were second to last, so you would be doing
Okay. Blessed are the pure in heart, so they shall see God. Blessed are the
Which one was it?
blessed are the pure in heart.
right? You were second to last.
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Which ones are you guys doing?
And how do we?
So you were the righteous?
No, I'm for it.
No, so you're gonna be. This is verse 4, but your topic is actually.
Wait, I thought you said I'm for.
Fourth point.
Are you copying mine?
No, wait. Okay, that's good. That's good that you have notes, but I think 1, 2, 3, 4.
We do all of these. We did good.
No.
Yeah, I think we should stick to
Well,
that.
the thing is, this one is pretty simple.
Wait.
Okay, well,
But
okay.
didn't we go by numbers, number 4?
It's fine. I'll do this one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, just do this one as much as. I mean, but they're doing it as well. So. Because this is verses. I should have numbered them. Yeah, I got a few holes in my brain, so.
Yeah, we'll do it too.
I want to help you with that one. I'll lead you to it. Was moving? Which ones are you guys doing? He was also 360 verse 7. Were you 7 in line? Okay, yeah. He was a large 7, but you're actually doing this number 7. Was this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? The peacemakers. That's what I'm trying to figure it out. There was some confusing.
This one was.
If you guys are done, you can go to the next one. But you will represent yours.
It's just basically that chapter.
Bless as the righteous one. Sorry, I had to do it. Okay, so actually this one, you can find each one in the whole contest. This is where he was. The red is what Jesus said. So his sermon. You can find each of those, but I only found this one really good, and that is number 19, 519. No, sorry. I guess it's the same thing, but you kind of have to read this one. Is this confusing? Если ваша праведность не превозносит праведность фарисеев, you're not going to make it to heaven.
So it has to be more righteous than that.
Can you be more righteous than them? They were not righteous people. No, righteous? Well, they tried to be. They tried to do everything they could. 634 там steps. They had certain steps.
Yeah, but they thought that that was
That's the interesting thing. Open up promise. And 31, 10:3. Romans 10:3. This is actually talking about two different righteousness. Yeah, it's weird, but if you open up, 10:3. They made up their own righteousness, but the most important thing, they said Jesus is like, I give you my righteousness for free. They're like, no, 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 we don't want you. We're gonna make it on our own, you know? Yeah, and they rejected. He can do it. It don't have to be you. No, it's gotta be your team. We're gonna earn.
So they made their own. But then we have to connect it that without God's righteousness, we won't be. No, that's not what am I doing?
No, that's what was the 6 verse 6. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. I guess it can still do that one as well. So that way you can be filled. You know, ты достигаешь this peace in your heart. Те фарисеи, they never feel themselves. Yeah. But you can use this. Righteousness, number 6.
Hunger and thirst.
Блаженны те, кто хотят хавать праведность. Что они насытятся.
Смотрите, блаженны алчущие и жаждущие, которые насытятся.
Здесь for righteousness, праведности. По-английски написано. Праведность.
Ибо они насытятся. Смотрите, когда человек голодный, он ищет что? И мы созданы так, что мы любим вкусно.
I guess that's a good point тоже.
Смотрите, человек ищет, он создан так, потребность его быть насыщенным, потому что в этом жизнь, в этом рост, в этом его развитие, в этом все. Он говорит, что он переполнен.
You guys getting close? Questions? I'm coming. Not that I can answer them, but- Еще раз. Кто хочет? Вы you guys choose. It's a team. You can all go. Or it can be just one. So it's up to you. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'll give you a few more minutes. And also, if you're already done, please discuss who's going to come up and present that point. Okay, so it can be... Да, по одному, хотите все выходите, that's fine. If everybody want to get out from your team. Тогда все выходите, и один может говорить. Но все выходите, чтобы мы вас видели. Группа выходит, да, одна группа выходит, и хоть один может говорить, или все могут говорить. Ну все, я тогда... Окей, Андрей, ты был первый, так что давай.
Ну, давайте. Пожалуйста, выходите сюда. Интересно, мы сегодня говорим о соли и говорим о составляющих этой соли, об ингредиентах, из которых она состоит. И удивительно, эта глава говорит нам о тех, кто блажен и кто имеет необычный ингредиент. И у нас попался первый стих, это первый ингредиент, который звучит так. Блажен нищий духом. Вы знаете, что такое нищий? Кто знает, что такое нищий? Который ничего не имеет. Интересно. Homeless, да? Poor guy. Нищий, знаете, хорошо у нас сейчас есть этот Google. Можно пойти взять объяснение. Послушайте, потом мы подведем итог, о чем хотел сказать Христос. Итак, нищий – это категория людей, находящихся за чертой бедности. Нищий, у него ничего нету. Бедности, он вынужден жить за счет других, кто ему дает, помогает. Очень часто это родственники или те, кто находится рядом, потому что у него нету. И Христос говорит, а вы блаженны. Думаешь, как? Что это за удивительный ингредиент? Я, который ничего не имею, который вынужден жить за счет других. Давайте послушаем еще один version.
So we were going through a bunch of American versions, and this one explains it the best. God blesses those who are poor and realize their need for Him, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs.
If anybody knows the parable of the, I don't know how to say in English, мытарь и священник. Мытарь, совсем in English, it's a tax collector. And interestingly enough, I don't think tax collectors are very poor. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty good profession. They're pretty wealthy. So it's very interesting. The Pharisee, he comes to the храм and he says, Боже, благодарю Тебя, что я не таков, как прочие люди. And then he names some people. He's like, или как этот мытарь. He sees himself as spiritually higher. He sees himself as above him. And this guy, the tax collector, he looks at himself and he prays to God and says, Боже, будь милостив ко мне, грешнику. And later it says, Jesus says, сказывай вам, что сей прошел оправданным в дом свой более нежели тот. Ибо всякий, возвышающий сам себя, унижен будет, а унижающий себя возвысится. The man who considered himself higher, more holy above himself, he was actually, in the end, he was considered lower than the man who, in the beginning, lowered himself. The tax collector considered himself poorer, worse.
Итак, то, что мы видим здесь, звучит так. Блажен тот, кто считает себя духовно нищим, кто каждый день нуждается в помощи Господа, кто не может жить без Него. Если Он не даст, то я ничего не имею. Итак, вот этот ингредиент, оказывается, сила соли в том, чтобы Бог давал эту силу. Ищите ее. Не надейтесь на свои достижения, имущества, цели, возможности. Ищите, как нищий каждый день ищет, чтобы ему дали, и он жил. В духовном смысле каждый день приходите к Господу. Не считайте себя сильными, что-то достигшими, имеющими что-то в духовной жизни. Только от Него. Ты беден. И каждый день нуждаешься в Его присутствии. Аминь.
Большое спасибо, отец Андрей. Окей. У кого был второй? Вова. Давайте, весь team. Come on. Everybody get out. Yeah, support team.
So we had the second one, which was "Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted," which in Russian is "Блаженны плачущие, ибо они утешатся." And so what we got was mourning means usually means weeping. So people who are sad, and usually it's because of death. And so what we said was that the people who mourn understand that the treasure they seek is not on this earth. It is with God and not of this earth. And
yeah, so we said the ones that are mourning are the ones that understand that their treasure is not here on earth. So they're looking forward to something better in heaven. And that's what we said.
And then there's a stich in the Bible that says, "Better to go в дом плача, нежели в дом party house." Да. And that's. Thank you.
I mean, so I Dennis took my part.
All right, thank you. I just kind of want to fill in on that one. Just had a thought actually. Кто был на конференции молодежной? О, не конференции, в Портланд нас приглашали. So some people were there. Remember what Jesus? That was something new for me. The way he's like, how did Jesus pray? And he was saying he was on his knees and he was crying and with a loud voice praying to God. And I thought that was kind of, блаженны плачущие, ибо они утешатся. So yeah, next. Блаженны. Дальше третий.
You can say anything? Мы? Или он? Может, он проведет? У нас было "Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth». То есть блаженны кроткие, ибо они наследуют землю. And if we meek, это вообще значит like selfless, unprotesting, lamb-like, so like a lamb, как агнец, барашка. Sacrificial, obedient, послушный, который человек, который как бы не знает даже свой self-worth, он не считает себя высоким. And там написано, Иисус говорит, что они наследуют землю, то есть they will like conquer the earth. And this is like the opposite characteristic of what people consider you need to conquer anything. Because to conquer anything, you have to be, what is that word? Confident, strong, exactly. Everything opposite of meek. And meek is not just like humble. Meek is like even lower than смиренный человек. It's someone who doesn't even consider himself, worthy of getting any attention. Такое. And so from that, it's like, это тот, like Моисей, он был кратчайший человек на земле. Он вел миллионы людей. And he conquered so many like countries, so many народы. And the reason was because he was meek, то есть он полностью доверял Богу. Он себе, у него ничего не было своего. Nothing human, it was all God. Он знал, что такой человек, он понимает, что every bad thing that happens to him, это от Бога. Этим Бог его очищает. Этим его Бог подготавливает for his calling, for his purpose, for his end goal. And so that is why blessed are the meek. Because с Богом они покорят всю землю. And это характеристика соли.
Thank you. All right. So who's next? Добавить. No problem. Anytime. Yes.
They able to save the nation. He didn't lose. He didn't lose them. He was able to lead them out of Egypt and to the promise. Exactly.
Thank you. Who was next? The hungry. Who's hungry? Everybody, get out. You guys coming out? Just for support? No? Okay.
Okay, so we as people, when we're hungry, we look for food, obviously. So blessed are those who hunger and thirst, and that's spiritually, like in the Slovo Božje, seeking that relationship with God. And so hungry and thirst for righteousness, so God's righteousness, for they will be filled. Us people who are blessed when we're hungry for God's word, and the key to that is Slovo Božje. So that's what we need to be doing.
Yeah, no, perfect. You know, we get hungry, everybody. I get hungry a lot. And, but a lot of times, you know, we live in America. You go to Mexico, kids get hungry, they don't have anything to eat. We get hungry, we choose, oh no, I'm not going to eat this, I'm not going to eat that, you know. And I think what's, you know, a lot of times, if you look back in the day, people were hungry for word, right? And they just, I mean, they did everything possibly. I'm talking to older people from our church, and they're just like, we were typing. They went to work, they worked hard, working jobs, and then at night they were typing Bibles, they were typing hymns for everything. You know, they had that thirst, and they knew their mission. And right now, I mean, anywhere you can go on your phone, anywhere you have the word, you have the food, but sometimes we lose the hunger, you know, and that's something I think as Christian being, for me, that's actually something I was going through just another week ago. I was praying to God, give me that hunger. I want to be hungry for your word, you know. So yeah. All right, thank you. Next. The hungries are done. Blessed are the merciful.
Okay, so I first want to start out with a Bible verse, which is Luke 6:36, and it's be merciful just as your Father is merciful. And like, I just like want to kind of explain, like, since we're like following his steps, like we're trying to be more like him throughout our life, and we're like seeking him, and he shows us mercy and compassion and forgiveness, like even when we are not deserving, kind of, he like still forgives us, and that's mercy pretty much. And I feel like we need to show that more in the world, because first of all, like, he's our Father and we're like following after him. And also because like like I forgot what I was saying. Let me remember. Okay, like, so, okay, let me just finish. Okay, so like, if we want mercy, like, we need to show it. So like, since it says, blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. So if we show it like in the world, then God will bring us mercy, like what we're searching for.
Me to say how no, how in the Bible there was the master who had a servant, and how he had like a huge debt he owed, and he like forgave it stazu, you know. But then that servant, he had someone else owe him something smaller, like barely anything, and he didn't forgive him. In the end, the master didn't show him mercy the second time. So it's kind of like show mercy. I mean.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing up that example. I think that's great. As Christian people, as we are the salt, you know, this is what defines our character. At work, everywhere we go, everything that we're going over is, you know, that's how we are, you know. And being merciful, I think, is one of the biggest ones. for today's world, well, anywhere you go, because nobody wants to be merciful. Everybody wants to what? They want to give you what you deserve. And I think when you're being merciful to somebody, they're like, okay, what? You're weird, you know, like you're supposed to hit me and you didn't hit me. So cool. For being merciful. Blessed are pure in heart. Pure. Who is it? Come on. She's talking. You're watching. That's great.
We found a source that explains the verse. It said that purity of heart arises not from perfection of our will, but from reception of God's grace. While the Bible is clear that God is invisible and dwells in unapproachable light, the pure in heart can perceive and sense God's reality in this life. Yeah, that's all we have.
And who is next? The peacemakers? Pacemakers? Pacemakers?
That's for your heart, man.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God.
Okay, so у нас про миротворцев, and just listening to everybody talk, я как бы заметил, что a lot of us have been talking about hunger and like hungry people, знаешь. And continuing in that tradition, it's very there's a lot of peacemakers in the Bible. But did you know that in the Bible there's a story about a woman that stopped a hungry man from killing everyone? David, so pretty much, here's the story goes like this. David was really hungry. И он приходит к Навалу, and he's like, yo, here's a rich guy. У тебя много всего, покорми меня и моих слуг, because we're hungry. And Naval, как говорится, was not a very smart man. Maybe he wasn't very smart because he was hungry, or he might have been not smart вообще. And он Давида сказал ему плохие вещи, and then he left. And David, being a hungry, he became hangry, and he's like, все, я приду обратно, и я убью Навала and everything that he had. And this is where the woman came in and rescued her poor husband. And поговорила с Давидом, все нормально, and she stopped David from killing everyone else. Так, просто just a little side note, I'm sure she was a very good-looking woman because David ended up marrying her, but that's beside the point. Okay, so she was a peacemaker, and because of her, вы так можете подумать, кто-то бы сказал, she's a woman, how can she stop David and his army, знаете? Например, Навал бы мог сказать, так, Давид идет, так, у меня тут сыновья, у меня тут мужики, мы сейчас пойдем и остановим Давида. No, that's not how it happened. It was the woman who stopped David from killing all these people. And just talking about peace, как мы все знаем, we live in this world that is very not peaceful. I mean, I don't really watch the news at home, but in the hospital у нас news постоянно играет. And постоянно, all you hear in the news is people are not peaceful. People are fighting, the Democrats are fighting the Republicans, conservatives versus the liberals, terrorists. Just today, вы знали, in Texas, a guy came in and shot up a bunch of people in a church. First Baptist Church там в Texas, he зашел, and he killed 26 people. So much things that are not peaceful in this world. And тут говорится, что blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. Who are the children of God? We are the children of God. But тут говорит, что they will be called the children of God, что другие будут говорить that, hey, these are the children of God. So as Christians, we live in a world that is very unpeaceful. И мы должны примером показывать what peace is very like, how Jesus came into our hearts and brought us peace. Я бы хотел, чтобы мы все были как жена Навала, которая she didn't have a lot. She wasn't stronger than David. Она не могла ничего сделать. Но из-за того, используя свою мудрость, используя то, что у нее было, she stopped David from killing absolutely everyone. And мы в своей жизни тоже можем проявлять peace. And этим люди узнают, что мы соль земли. Они скажут, что вот эти люди, they're children of God because they bring peace. Amen.
Thank you. He has something to that.
Maybe like a hands-on approach to actually what you said. Притчи 15. Первый стих. Кроткий ответ отвращает гнев, а оскорбительные слова возбуждают ярость. И 18. Вспыльчивый человек возбуждает раздор, а терпеливый утешает распрю. So just something simple for us to be peacemakers is to how to calm down, a fight, really a fight. Be patient, be calm in your answer. Something for me especially, nice. Something as simple as not answering angrily to someone that you're arguing with, that will basically just put out the fire. So I just wanted to.
That's great. That's great. I think peacemakers, we need peacemakers in our church. We need peacemakers everywhere, really, at work and everything. Yeah. Peacemakers. That's stuck in my head. Blessed are those who are pursued for righteousness. I think the last group, right? The last ones.
И, честно, я так не понял, на какие вопросы мы должны отвечать. Так что 10 стих. «Блаженны изгнанные за правду, ибо их есть Царство Небесное». Интересно, что в этом стихе написано, что блаженны те люди, которые изгнаны за правду. То есть, если вы блаженны, то сейчас, секунду, сейчас. То есть Бог называет блаженными тех, которые как бы изгнаны за право, то есть они гонимы за... Я вот так записал. «Хотя вас и называют лгунами, глупыми, злодеями и так далее, для Бога вы блаженны». Интересно, что следующий стих, 11 стих, подпитывает 10 стих. «Блаженны вы, когда будут поносить вас и гнать, и всячески неправильно злословить за меня». Иисус Христос был хорошим примером тому, как Он ходил по земле и говорил правду. Хотя его и гнали за это, но люди, которые видели, они поражались тому, что в этой правде, которую им говорил, то есть касалось сердец. Если мы видим разные возможности рассказать людям о Боге, либо если мы видим какие-нибудь в жизни неправильные действия людей или неправильные, вы что-то заметили, что-то не так, и вы не приняли решение подойти или сказать что-то, то вы не блаженны для Бога. Господь хочет, чтобы вы использовали в эти моменты, чтобы либо рассказать человеку о Боге, либо сказать правду, чтобы человек задумался о том, что Бог через тебя хочет этому человеку сказать. То есть, но, есть одно но. То есть, если то, что ты делаешь, не для Бога, то ты не блажен. То есть, ты должен говорить правду. Я даже не знаю, как это правильно вам объяснить. Я тут одну вещь прочитал на одном сайте. Тут говорится так. Вот. Христос определяет поношение вот таким способом. Когда мы терпим их, то есть терпим поношение ради Него. И только ради Него. Спасибо. А? 11? Хорошо. Ну, Христос определяет эти поношения, точнее, двумя способами. Именно когда мы терпим их ради Него, и когда они будут ложны. Я не понял, почему. Когда они будут ложны. Если же не будет ни того, ни другого, то поносимым мы не только не блажен, но и несчастлив. Аминь.
Большое спасибо. Большое спасибо всем, кто выходил. Я думаю, было о чем задуматься сегодня. Вы – соль земли. И вот каждый, кто выходил сегодня, we influence each other here, you know. And from what we heard, from what I heard to myself, I just kind of want to summarize a few things, and that is, you are the salt. You are to give a taste to the world. Вы заметили, что здесь, да, blessed are the hungry, blessed are the peacemakers, you know. It's just saying who we are. It's just giving you a character of a person, of a Christian being. It's just giving you a character. It's not telling you what to do. It's just giving you a character. Today, I think the most important thing if we go home is to remember that we are the salt, and this is our character. You know, I'm not telling you go do something. No, understand who we are. I think that's the most important thing. In all the situations, you know, all the examples, most of them is understanding who you are, and you're like, no, wait, I should be angry, but no, I'm not, because I'm child of God. That's not who I am. I don't want to do this because I am a child. I have a new creation. I have a new mindset. And so yeah, Jesus can do a lot of things, right? I mean, he can tell rocks, stand up and do things that we do. God can win all the wars. He can do all the things by himself. He doesn't need us. But yet, he commands us today to be like his son. And that is enough. You know, that is enough for us today. And let's just stop on that and think. Think, what can we take in today? How can we apply this to our lives? Because that's the most important thing, is to understand and then to apply to life. You know, because if that's all we heard here, and it's great, but if we walk out that door and we forget everything, you know, I hope it's gonna work. The pieces of paper, I had extra copies. I just passed it out. Do it at home. Come at home and just, you know, see what you can find on each verse. And this is just telling us that's just 10 verses or 11 verses from the first, from chapter 5, the first when Jesus just starts preaching his sermon. The rest here in my Bible, it highlights red. Now watch. You know, it just goes on, pages after pages, to chapter 7 all the way to chapter 8. Jesus is preaching, and he is explaining how to do it in life, in practice. I strongly recommend coming home, read those verses, and see how Jesus is showing now you are the salt. Don't lose your character, but also you are the light. And I think Vasya is going to be talking about that next. You are the light. Shine. You know, come home and read those chapters and try to see that. Try to see how we can apply it in our life. And right now, let's stand up. Maybe find 3 people And let's pray to God. Let's ask God to understand, so that we always remember that we are the salt and what is our mission, in this world. So let's pray, and then дядя Андрей помолится в конце. Okay.
Отец наш Небесный, мы благодарим Тебя за то время, которое Ты подарил нам сегодня здесь, в Доме Твоем. За то, что, Господь, сегодня звучало Слово от Тебя о том, что каждый из нас является солью. Господь, но Ты показал сегодня картину, что есть та соль, которая не имеет совсем силы. И она ни к чему не пригодна, как только к тому, чтобы выкинуть ее. Господи, Ты наделил нас особыми качествами, и сегодня мы смотрели на них. Господь, Ты хотел, чтобы мы имели эту силу. Я прошу, Господи, чтобы Твое Слово продолжало работать в наших сердцах, когда мы пойдем домой. Чтобы, когда мы уйдем отсюда, Господь, мы продолжали рассуждать о той силе, которую Ты даровал для каждого из нас. В чем она заключается? Какова должна быть жизнь наша? И мы хотим, Господь, чтобы жизнь наша, она славила Тебя. Мы хотим быть той солью, которая имеет эту силу. Мы просим, Господь, чтобы Твое Слово работало в нас больше и больше. Благодарю Тебя за это прекрасное время. Благодарю Тебя за те свидетельства, которые слышали, за то Слово, которыми, Господь, работает в наших сердцах. И прошу, чтобы Ты благословил нашу молодежь. Жить этим Словом, изменяться и быть, Господь, сильными в Тебе. Поклоняемся Тебе и благодарим Тебя, и просим, чтобы Ты распустил нас сейчас с миром, и чтобы, Господь, мы использовали Твое Слово в жизни нашей и получали через это Твои благословения. Аминь.
One more quick announcement. If you guys can sit down for just a minute, 30 seconds. Slavik has this amazing предложение for us, something that we can do together as a youth. Can you come up here and talk about it? And afterwards, we need to stay for a little bit and practice a song that we're going to be singing in church very soon. It's a kind of a new song, so we need to stop. Yes. and learn.
Hi guys. So I just I had we had an idea, a couple people, something that we did last year, the year before. It's this charity where you pack a shoebox with like gifts and stuff. Yeah, people probably know. And you just send it off to, you choose like an age group, a guy or girl. They give you a little list of stuff you pack in there. You can like put a picture of yourself, write a thing, just so the kids know who sent it to them, you know. And they send it to like everywhere around the world. I think it's better for us to do that rather than some like Secret Santa, because like think about it. Every year you got to think of something to buy for someone who has everything that they possibly need. It's like, what are you supposed to do? But there's kids out there who have nothing. So it could be like a blessing to us to take the time and realize that not everyone in the world has everything that we have. And I don't know if you guys want to decide if you want to do it now, or I could post it later. You guys can think about it. And just this week we can собраться вечером, hear something, finish up the gifts, wrap it up, and oh yeah, there's only like a week left. We just checked today. I completely forgot about it. Yeah, Ed. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, it's a big thing. Oh, I don't know, but yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. You guys can think about it. I'll probably post it tonight or tomorrow, and you guys can then we can decide. We could probably just собраться вечером, finish up, and go drop off the stuff. Maybe hang out the вечер or something. It's all online. I'll just post it. I'll post the link. Not for everybody. Bring your own shoebox, Ed. They don't give shoeboxes, do they? Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, I don't think finding a shoebox in the 21st century is. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Like right before, not right before youth, but before youth, I was like, I didn't know if I was gonna come to youth today. I was like, I have a lot of stuff to do. I have just a bunch of stuff. So I was like, я думал, and then I was like, просто just prayed real quick. I was like, God, покажи мне whether I should go or not, you know. And then it just ended up такое. I was like, okay, I'll go, and I'm really glad I came, because сегодня was like a lot of stuff opened up. I took a lot of stuff for myself, and it was just really, like, it was really a big blessing. So I just.
Same exact shoes. I already told my dad I'm not gonna go, but he's like, dude, yeah, and I'm like, so glad I came.